Coming to you live from a studio located somewhere near Venus, Florida, it's the Dimbulb Show.
In order to adjust your radio, because you are listening to the Dimbulb Show. Your tips to adjust your radio will absolutely futile. You cannot adjust your radio if you try. You're listening to the IIB, Ignorance in Broadcasting. All the names have been changed to protect the ignorant.
Yeah, well, hello, folks, and welcome to the Hush Dimbulb Show. Of course, I am your host, Hush Dimbulb, and I'm coming to you live every day, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, folks. And yes, I welcome you to the IIB, Ignorance and Broadcasting. Well, folks, today, we're going to get the show on the road here. We've got a very, very busy day here. Again, I am coming to you from an undisclosed location. I am, because of the hurricanes which were sent to us by the liberals, who are causing all these hurricanes, this awful weather, just to try to make us believe that there is climate change. Because of this, I am no longer safe, at least for the, at least for the here and now, at my studio located somewhere near Venus, Florida. So anyway, I am in an undisclosed location. They tell me somewhere incognito. And last time I asked folks, I said, please, if you can find out where cognito is, email me, let me know, call me, something. I don't know if people don't. I don't know if people, nobody can figure out where that is. Anyway. So I want to go ahead and move along here. As I said, today we have a very, very busy day. As everybody knows, here we are. We are in the 2012. It looks as though the social is, Obama is running for president. And anytime I see a black man running, I get nervous. Yes, I can't help it. I just always have to think that some sort of a theft has occurred. Well, thank God we've got spit on me. We've got spit on me to take on Obama, because Obama seems to want to go European on us. But with spit on me, Obama is going to have to go. That's right, he is going to have to go, and let me tell you, as Republicans, we will get the job done. Spit on me will stop at nothing. There is nothing that is beyond a Republican, and I mean nothing. So, it's one thing is that these Dems, they don't get it. They keep trying to fight fair, and for that, folks, the Democrats, they don't even know how to fight at all. I mean, look at who their leader is there, that scary need. Seriously, folks, we don't have to fight near as hard as we do. We don't have to lie do the things we do. We just don't. They're just simply put, folks, they are no match for us. Yeah, well, anyway, the only reason I think that Obama even won the last election is, no, stop it. It is not because he's black. Gosh, if anything, that is a handicap. All right, that had nothing to do with it. I get tired of that, especially coming from a person of your color. You should know better. Good. And anyway, no, it certainly wasn't because he was black. If anything, that was an obstacle that he overcame somehow, and I think I know how. I think when he told people, he told Americans, he talked about change. And people at the time, well, I mean, there's no getting around. They want to change. He said, change you can believe in. That's what they thought he said, when in fact, he really said, chains you can't be leaving. Kind of like, you know, Mo. Yeah, we're talking chains, people. Chains you can't be leaving. In other words, putting people in slavery, Mo. Slavery. Anyways, so now, yes, we stand here at the crossroads here at this election. The best we can do people, the best we can do is vote for spit on me, and then we'll have more of that trickle down, and we will wait for that trickle down until it starts to pour. At that point, of course, there'll be a lot of people will be poor. Of course, not people like spit on me or me, which is folks, that's a good thing. Well, now speaking of being poor and or those being filthy rich, folks, I almost hate to bring this up, but I think it's, I want to get out ahead of this. There is a guy, some guy who's put together this thing he calls an Occuplay, as he's trying to apparently incorporate what we know of as a typical standard theatrical play in with the Occupy 99% movement, if you want to call it that. I don't know. To me, it's, well, I don't even know if it registers. On a scale of 1 to 10, is it even a 1 anymore? That movement. Anyways, this guy, he apparently he has a lot more faith in people than I do, and so he's put together this one he calls as here again, to borrow from Occupy, and to take into the play. He calls it an Occuplay, and the name of this is when I first heard this, it's called folks. Okay. I can do this. It's called Life. That's Life over Gold. GOLD. And if that wasn't funny enough, people, in this play, he puts forth the first of all, he goes through history, and he brings it back to the American Revolution, and then he jumps up to the 1900s and child labor and the crash down there, the Wall Street crash that happened there in the 20s, and then he gets into this whole socialist FDR, big government saved us from fascism. Because there was not enough controls on capitalism, and he's trying to say that that is what happened here. That over the last 10, 12 years with all the Republicans, the same thing had happened back then. He's saying that because there's just not capitalism is just allowed to run free, as he puts it, in the Occuplay, which by the way is on YouTube. Of all places, he found a home on YouTube. Can't you believe it? Anyways, so he's got this ridiculous play where he cites all the all the virtues of socialism and how it really pulled America's butt out of the old sling. This is what he says. He's saying this is what did it, and then he credits FDR for so much. 4-term president there got us through. So anyway, but what is the most hilarious aspect of it is that he puts forth this whole concept that one day people will wake up, and he's saying that we don't, we're at this tipping point, so if we don't do it soon, we're all gonna perish. Well, I tell you what, I've got my own planet picked out, so I'm not worried about it. But anyway, this guy, it's just annoying. I shouldn't have even brought it up. But he's saying that if we don't do something and change things to where we value life more than gold, and stop valuing gold and monetary things and wealth, if we don't stop valuing those things more than life, that we are going to destroy life. And he refers to people like me, folks. He refers to people like that are successful. Yeah, that's what I am. I am successful. And he refers to people like me as greed gluttons. That's what. Well, I know. I couldn't believe my ears. I was like, I don't believe this. He's calling people like me greed gluttons, and he's saying we just are never satisfied and that we're like junkies. Yeah. No, well, look, no, I don't, no, right, but no, he says we're like junkies, and he's saying that we can't never be satisfied. We just have to have more and more, and even if it's killing us, even if it's destroying us, that we can't stop. We're addicted to. Well, I know it. Yeah. Well, I don't want to. No, I'm telling you, please. We're not going. We're not going to. We're not going there. Let's just. All right, but let's. All right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So he's saying people that he's trying to compare people who just have an appetite that cannot be satisfied. As like that's the problem. That it doesn't matter how much money some people have, that they would not steal. They would continue to let people starve and die and suffer, and he even asserts makes people go to war. If it would make people more money, people are okay with that, and it's like, okay, fine, to each his own. But that's his whole assertion, that we are greed gluttons, we're vultures. He calls us vultures. He says this in this. Yeah, no, okay, but yeah, no, this is, he's got it up on YouTube. Yeah, it's called Life Over Gold. You don't even have to go to YouTube. You can just search it in, any search bar. That's how I found it. Somebody told me about this moron, and I went in and I went up to the, just went in my search and the bar there, my computer, and I put in Life Over Gold, and it takes me. I think he's got this other website too, but it takes me to YouTube. And from there, he's not only got that Occuplay, but he's got a lot of these little excerpts and other stuff. He's a socialist. Yeah, I swear. It's just unbelievable. I mean, he is America's worst nightmare, because he's trying to talk about putting things back in place that are kind of like support. Everything like FDR did. All those things that he said made America really a nice place to live in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Before we came along, Republicans, before we, the bad guys, entered the arena. Yeah, that's why that's what I mean. I get sick and tired of these liberals, and that's why I'm getting out ahead of this. But no, he's got a website. Let's see here. It's and that's another thing. It's what he's named. Yeah, Hub of Liberty. Yeah, hubofliberty.org is how you go there. There's all kinds of fascinating stuff there too. He's got the audacity to even claim that he's fighting for justice and liberty. You can't do that unless you're, Republican. So I don't know where he's getting off there, but he's telling you he wants to legalize drugs, prostitution. I mean, the guy he's a I don't know, some kind of freedom hating. Anyway, I don't want to spend any more time on this. It's very upsetting, but I did want to make my listeners aware of this. That there is this joker out there trying to get the Occupy movement apparently kick-started somehow or another with this idea of doing these plays in the park where just anybody can just go out there and apparently lip sync it. Just you don't need a, he's got a script and all this, but he's saying, you don't even need that. You just get the downloaded MP3, go on YouTube or something, you can do this. And even though this is what really, I guess to me this, he's saying that the Occuplay is the way to do an end run around what he refers to as the corporate media. Yeah, when he calls it the corporate media, and so he's saying, people can go out here and do this and they can get their information out, and he's, in a nice way that, not get him arrested and all that. Like I said, I am done. I've had it. I just wanted to mention this. Anyway, folks, Mo, let's go ahead and let's take a commercial break. And folks, and we'll be right back after this. We got a lot more information to share with you. It's going to be a very good show. We'll be right back. One day you're going to climb that mountain and you're going to look down and you're going to hear, "Hush, Dimbulb."
Listening to the Hush Dimbulb Show.